Bonaparte was a French emperor and military leader who lived from 1769 to 1821. He rose to power during the French Revolution and conquered much of Europe in the early 19th century. He is considered one of the greatest generals in history, and his wars and campaigns are still studied at military schools worldwide. Some of the major events and achievements of his life are: he was born on the island of Corsica, which was part of France at the time, and attended a military academy in mainland France. He became a second lieutenant in an artillery regiment and distinguished himself in several battles during the French Revolution. He also supported the Jacobins, a radical political group that advocated democracy and equality. He led a successful military campaign in Italy and Egypt, where he fought against the Austrians and the British, and gained fame and popularity. He also made important discoveries in science, art, and culture during his Egyptian expedition. He staged a coup d'état in 1799 and became the first consul of France, effectively the head of state. He reformed the government, the economy, the education system, the legal system, and the church. He also established the Napoleonic Code, a set of civil laws that influenced many countries in Europe and beyond. He crowned himself Emperor of the French in 1804 and embarked on a series of wars against various coalitions of European powers, known as the Napoleonic Wars. He expanded his empire to include most of Western and Central Europe, as well as parts of Africa and the Middle East. He also created the Continental System, a trade blockade against Britain, to weaken its economy and influence. He faced his first major defeat in 1812, when he invaded Russia with a large army. The Russians retreated and burned their crops and villages, leaving the French with little food and shelter. The harsh winter and the constant attacks by the Russian army and guerrillas decimated the French forces, and only a fraction of them returned to France. He was forced to abdicate in 1814 after a coalition of Britain, Russia, Prussia, and Austria invaded France and captured Paris. He was exiled to the island of Elba, off the coast of Italy, where he retained his title of emperor and had a small army of loyal followers. He escaped from Elba in 1815 and returned to France, where he rallied the people and the army to his cause. He regained control of the government and prepared to face his enemies again. This period is known as the 100 Days. He met his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo, in present-day Belgium, where he was defeated by a combined force of British and Prussian troops, led by the Duke of Wellington and Gebhard von Blücher. He abdicated for the second time and was exiled to the island of St. Helena, in the South Atlantic Ocean, where he died in 1821.